As the sun dipped below the horizon, Waswa's heart beat with a rhythm of anticipation. The chief had granted him permission to return to his homeland after 4 bountiful harvest seasons. It was a journey he had longed for, a pilgrimage to the place that still held his roots, his memories, and his family. At the first light of dawn, the village awoke to the rustle of activity. 2 villagers, strong and determined, stood by Waswa's side, ready to accompany him on his voyage. The chief had ensured that their journey would be well provisioned. 2 donkeys laden with sacks of finest grain trudged patiently, bearing the weight of abundance for Waswa's people. Nambuye, the mother of the village, approached with a woven basket, brimming with an array of provisions. There were loaves of freshly baked bread, still warm from the embers of the earth, and the bundles of dried fruit that glistened like jewels in the morning light. Her eyes held a maternal warmth, a silent blessing that exceeded words. "You carry the hopes of 2 villages, Waswa," she said, her voice filled with tenderness that touched his soul. "May your journey be safe, and may you find your people in good health." With gratitude shining in his eyes, Waswa bowed deeply before her, his heart dense with the weight of her kindness. The journey unfolded, and the path ahead stretched wide, flanked by trees that whispered ancient secrets to the wind. Birds sang their melodies, and the distant call of a river wove its way through the landscape. The scent of blooming wild flowers danced on the breeze, a fragrant tribute to the beauty of the land. As they walked, Waswa's heart beat in rhythm with the earth beneath his feet. Every step carried him closer to the place he had yearned for, a place that held his history and his future intertwined. When evening descended, they made camp beneath the sprawling embrace of a baobab tree, its ancient leaves cradling them in their protective embrace. The fire crackled, its flames dancing like a chorus to the night sky's silent stars. As Waswa lay on his bedroll, gazing up at the vast expanse above, he felt a profound sense of connection. The patterns above mirrored the villages he held in his heart. Reunited village with its welcoming embrace, and Olwanda, where his story had begun. The days turned into nights, and each dawn brought them closer to Waswa's homeland. His anticipation swelled, a current of energy that passed through his veins. He imagined the faces of his parents, weathered by the passage of time, yet radiant with the light of recognition. And finally, on the 5th morning, as the first rays of sun painted the horizon in colors of pink and gold, they stood on the threshold of Olwanda village. Waswa's heart pounded in his chest, a drumbeat of homecoming. With every step he took, the earth seemed to resonate with his presence, as if welcoming back a lost son. The hearts rose before him, their familiar shapes etched against the sky. And there, under the sheltering boughs of the ancient tree, stood his parents, their eyes gleaming with tears of joy and disbelief. As Waswa embraced them, he knew that he had not only returned to a place, he had returned to a legacy. And in that moment, he understood that no matter where life's journey led him, the roots of his existence will forever be anchored in the soil of Olwanda village.